YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me again. I appreciate all the support. And if it wasn't for your support, I just wouldn't be getting out and doing these videos on the Himalayan 450. So, what's going on today? Well, we have got over 1,000 miles on that clock. It's 1,074 miles to be exact. Good morning, sir. So, what we intend to do today is to give you a review of my bike, the 450 at 1,000 miles. I'll let you know what I think, the pluses, the minuses, and I'm going to be brutally honest about it. Otherwise, what's the point? So, join me for this ride if you want to know those things and what you think. If you haven't bought this bike yet, but you intend buying it, or you are thinking about buying it, then you can let me know what you think. And now it's pretty much run in. You can give it some stick. Morning. So yeah, you can give it a bit more stick. I mean, it's not at its 1,249 miles, I think, but it's the secondary phase of the running in is all but completed by all the shouting, really. I think that's the phrase, isn't it? I have adjusted the chain by about 5mm. It's not a lot. It's a good chain, actually. So I can open her up a bit more and give her a bit more stick, which is great. So hopefully we're going to Wings and Wheels Cafe, Bidford on Avon. And that's another aerodrome. I think it's a gliding club, but I'm not sure. I'll pop a few images up just here up to the right somewhere. So that's where we're going today. Just a short trip out for me, not very far. And we'll see if we can go and get a nice coffee and a cake or something. I mean, I gather the breakfasts are really good as well. But I've already had a bit of a breakfast, so probably won't bother with that today. So the bike is much more eager to go now, as you can tell. So if you watched my last video, thank you very much. If you didn't, then you would have missed the information about the pegs and the rubbers. And I took the rubbers out, and it made very little difference to the vibrations. I mean, there was some increase, but not a massive amount. So I took them out, and I took the bike a little bit off-road. There's a couple of small, very short green lanes around here, and it was great. It gripped really well, much better. But I found on a long journey that the vibrations actually did get a bit intrusive for me. So I popped them back in, because most of my riding is on road. But it's all good, because I can easily take them out again, a couple of bolts, job done. So it's a bit cooler today, 22 degrees, I think. It's supposed to be a maximum of 22 today. Sort of cloudy with sunny intervals sort of thing. So So pretty good riding conditions really. I'm not that keen if it gets too hot. I don't know about what you guys think, but it can get, if it gets too hot, it gets uncomfortable and sticky, and yeah, not great. Ooh, hubcap. So, the state of our roads, I mean, this bike is great because it's got this 21-inch front wheel. Brilliant, typical adventure bike setup. And it's great because it rolls over everything. But has anybody else noticed? I think Jeff Thompson on Jeff Buys Cars has noticed, hasn't he? That roadworks, they're just crazy. They literally just dig the road up, put a few bollards out, bits and pieces, and then basically bugger off. Don't go back to continue the repair, and the road is closed. It's not, you haven't got like traffic lights or anything like that. No, you can't have that. No, the road is closed. So maximum inconvenience to everybody. One of the great things about the bike, of course, is weaving in and out of the cones and just keep going anyway, which, quite honestly, invariably is what I've been doing. Don't pull out, please. Thank you. Getting some nods today, which is great. Oh dear. Oh, what a shame. Banby at the side of the road. Yeah, I would say that this bike is plenty capable, but it's happiest at around 65. But as you can see there, if anybody was in any doubt about whether they should upgrade to the Himalayan 450 from the Himalayan, if they wanted more legs, this is probably it. That reminds me. So, suspension. The suspension is actually one of the best suspension setups I think I've ridden in many years, and that is quite something because I've ridden a few bikes in my time, and I have to say it's quite something. So what is it about suspension? Why do people keep going on about it? And a lot of people do. I've noticed quite a lot of vloggers do this. They talk about suspension glowingly. Why is it so good? Well, it's probably mainly in part to the Showa forks, giving you 200mm of travel at the front. That being said, the monoshock at the rear with another 200mm of travel, it's also really good as well. So why is it so good? Well, for me, at my weight, which is around about 11 stone imperial, it's actually really good. It's not bouncy, it's not wallowy, it's well controlled, and missed that. But it's not hard, it's not firm, and not crashy. And I've had some crashy shocks before in my time. It's not been great. So when I've taken this bike off-road, just for a bit, it's never bottomed out, and I've gone over some significant potholes and ruts, and it never bottomed out. And he even had a minor jump one day and didn't bottom out. On the road, it's compliant, but it's controlled. And round corners, if you have to throttle off, or throttle on, it doesn't lose its composure. And that for me, as a mainly road rider, wins out above everything else. It holds its line, and that, with a 21-inch wheeled bike, is quite impressive. This is Bidford on Avon. Lovely place. Lovely little river, and yeah, it's great. Lots to see and do. So yeah, and the suspension seems, and this is my imagination, seems to have got even better as I've ridden the bike. I guess it's all bedded in. Talking about bedding in, the brakes are really good on this bike as well, and particularly the rear brake. The rear brake is a legend. It's one of the best rear brakes I've ever used on a bike. It's as good, if not better, and stronger than the front brake. But then it's clamping down onto quite a big disc. Bick Marsh. Oh, beautiful house. Wow. Not sure about the position, being on a sort of mainish road, but yeah, lovely. And here we are. What's this? Cafe. Ah, right. So it must literally be here then. Oh, there's a few people here. They're taking out a glider by the looks of it. So the other thing about this bike, short side stand. So that's one of my negatives about this bike. It's a great bike, but look at the difference. There's that lovely Duke there, that Multistrada. Look at the lean on that. So welcome to Bidford on Avon Gliding Club. It's a very, very nice place. Very, very quiet at the moment. And you can even have a go yourself here. Just pop into the office and you can probably go up in a glider, obviously at a cost. It's really nice. The breakfasts look amazing. All freshly cooked. I've just had a cake and a coffee. So, the bike. Well, we've already had a chat about the suspension. How am I getting on with it? It's about 1,100 miles now. The bike is very good. If you're in any doubt about whether you want to test ride one, go out and test ride it. If you want to dabble in a bit of off-road, yeah, it's a good bike to go for, because it'll handle pretty much anything you throw at it. It will do 75, 80, 85 miles an hour on the motorways, dual tracks, that kind of thing. You can overtake with it. The engine's powerful enough. It's powerful enough to have a pillion on the back. It's powerful enough to have a spirited ride. The tyres offer very good grip. Those Seat Indian tyres are actually surprisingly good. I shall be leaving those on there until they wear out, and then be looking at something a little bit more aggressive perhaps, so I can go off-road perhaps with a little bit more confidence. But I have to say, in dry, gravelly sort of fire roads, it doesn't seem to have any problem. There's no slip and slide. They've been really good. On road, the grip is superb as well. So I can't fault the tyres. The tyres are actually very, very good. The engine is also very good. But it lacks a little power initially when you start to rev it. It lacks a little bit of oomph. That's just to note that. It's a single cylinder, 452cc, I think. About 40 horsepower and 40 newton meters of torque. It's got enough, and it's great. And you can have a lively ride with that. Anybody that's got the original Himalayan, it's in that respect, it's a very good upgrade, because you're going to be able to overtake stuff and ride easily without thinking twice. Whereas perhaps on the original Himalayan, you'd have to start planning or overtake. With this, you don't really need to plan it so much. I like the way the bike looks very much. I think it's a very good design. I know some people, it's subjective, isn't it? Some people, they love that utility look to the original, and I do. I think that's a absolutely superb looking bike. And I also like the Scram 411 as well. But this new one I also like, and it gives you that nice compromise of rugged off-road looks with on-road looks, and a little bit more of an elegant appearance to it. The designers, I think, have done a good job. That being said, we've touched on the side stands, so we don't really need to say any more about that. I would imagine with the next revision of bike, they will probably deal with that. I have been told that it was designed for ease of getting on the bike, but I've also heard that originally it was designed with a 19-inch tyre or wheel, but they changed it to a 21 and didn't bother changing, or didn't think to change, the side stand. So yeah, that would make quite a difference. The tripper dash, I needed to update that. It needed to be updated because on my bike, whenever you press the mode switch to change to one of the 4 modes, quite often it failed, and it said you had to cycle the ignition, which can be a bit of a pain. As soon as I did that and upgraded the tripper dash, basically, it corrected it, and the tripper dash can get upgraded in the settings. Word of caution though, if you do that, as I said on the way over, and you use the navigation, the tripper, what that does is if you keep it set to two-wheeler, it can't calculate the destination when you try and go for a route. Changing it back to a four-wheel vehicle, it just works. There you go. But my opinion on the TripperDash, now that it's been corrected and that's resolved, and actually it's very good. It's not failed me. It works very well. It's Google Maps. It's not going to give you any amazing Kalamoto style off-road routes or anything, but it's really good. It gives you the direct route. It's Google Maps, and it works 99% of the time. So yeah, thumbs up on that. And it's really good having it on the actual cockpit. That's really good. But it amazes me that, doesn't it you, that you go and buy a new car today and you just get CarPlay, so Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Why don't they just do that? That's a mystery to me. But there you go. I think I might be right in saying that some of the BMWs do, or you can get it. But I don't know of any other bike where you can do that. So you've got to go and buy your AOCs and your TFT display units, and then you can do it, of course. But when you've got a nice big TFT display out there, it just seems counterintuitive not to display your map on that, which is great that the Himalayan does that. But then why not use Apple CarPlay? Then you could then have your Kalamoto and your Waze and anything else directly onto the TFT. Oh well, maybe in the next one or the next update. Who knows? I've got a few negatives. It's not all positive, and it wouldn't be right for me to just spout on about how good the bike is. And it is good. It's very good. It's absolutely very, very good. And if you're considering buying one, certainly give it a test ride, and I would give it a couple of test rides. So the negatives, it's that side stand. That is quite a gripe. I have been caught out by that, and it's been a struggle to get off the side stand on a couple of occasions off-road. And bad cambers. The other one is the centre stand. The centre stand is not the easiest centre stand to use and to get the bike on the centre stand. It's tough. You know, this bike is not lightweight. It's a little piggy at almost 200 kilograms. So just note that. I've not thankfully dropped it yet, but I'd imagine dropping it would be a struggle to get lifted back up. Out the box, the bike is very good. You can go in, buy it, ride it out, and literally go off-road straight away. So as an out-of-the-box experience, it's almost unbeatable. It's a good bike. But back to these negatives. The engine is great, but it lacks a little bit of oomph at the very bottom end. Now, the engineers have thought about that, I think. So they've set it so that when you pull the clutch out and you have not used any throttle, it actually increases the revs for you automatically. So there's a reduction of chance of you stalling the engine, and it's worked. I've not stalled this engine yet. The other thing that I found, which may be unique to my bike, but it is a negative, is the paint finish. The paint finish seems very good. It's nice and glossy, looks thick enough. But when I was using my Adventure Triumph trousers, which I've got on today, only in one ride I went straight through, gripping the tank as you do, went straight through the paint. I'll pop a little picture up of the paint damage just up here. I couldn't believe that. That's the first time I've ever had that on any bike. I've had a bit of scuffing, but I've never gone through the paint to the undercoat. That's never happened before. Plus they just painted mine or something. So I've bought some gel stickers to go on the side. They do look good, and I'm really pleased to bought those. But I've had to buy those. I'm just trying now desperately hard to think of any other negatives on the bike, and I can't really think of any, quite honestly. It's all good. Well, I am waiting to see if I can see one of these gliders take off. We've got activity, I think. Have we got activity? As soon as we get activity, I will turn the camera around. Right, so You're not going to see that very well, so I'm going to change cameras in a bit. But it looks like there's some activity going off on there. So this concludes the video. Thank you very much indeed for joining me on this lovely sunny Sunday morning at the Bidford Gliding Club, where I've just gone and had a coffee at Wings and Wheels Cafe, which is very good. It's well worth a trip out and having a look at this place. I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute, or change cameras, and then you can have a look at the activities going on here. But thank you very much for joining me. Do subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to have updates on more content, like the video, and do comment. Have you bought a Himalayan 450? Are you going to buy one? Are you thinking of one? And if you've already got one, how have you found it after the first 1,000 miles? And have you had any issues with it at all? I'd be intrigued to know what other guys and girls are saying about their bikes.